Hello, and welcome, my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your brand new series of the timeless spell kit readings, 5-card draw spell kit readings. I am your reader, Markangelo Lyons, Mal. For short, I am a professional witch. I am a professional intuitive. I am the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. At the time of this timeless recording, it's a little bit over 25 years. I am the author of Words of Grace from a professional witch, as well as Spell Ingredients from a professional witch. Both versions are available online. Words of Grace actually has a Kindle version. You can click the link in the description box and preview it for free. Spell Ingredients, however, is only available on Patreon in our digital store, as well as some of my subscribers have access to the original PDF of Spell Ingredients. I love me some Patreon. All of my patrons get 3 benefits in common. They call them benefits over there. First of all, they get a daily check-in with me. Pretty much every single morning I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link. We chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a meditation, something to send us on our way, with coffee in my hand every single time. And it's the best way for me to start my day, considering I have moved from Long Island to Saratoga Springs. They got a lot of the behind the scenes info and content about that. That was a lot of fun. Said no one ever. But it was a transition. I'm here. They also get all of the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube, and they get an extensive discount with booking private sessions with me. We'll talk about it at the end of the reading if you want to hang out for that. And I love it. I love the digital store. I love that people can follow us without being subscribers, and I put quite a bit of public content out for my followers on Patreon, and honestly, best thing I could have ever done for my career, and travels with me wherever I go. So if you find yourself wanting a deeper dive, click the link. Just look at the menu. It's kind of cool what I got going on over there. And come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Markangelo Lyons, that you can just call Mal. Bam. Hi. So nice to be back in the saddle again, here in my new studio in my home in Saratoga Springs, New York. I have an office downstairs I can take private session clients with, which is very exciting. And got a regular reading gig at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phyllis Street at the time of this timeless recording. So let's get down to business. I'm ready to rock and roll. These used to be called, to do a little explanation for the new people, and really for the people who've been following along for a while, these used to be called the 5-card draw, beautiful new to full reads, right? The waxing part of the moon cycle and the shadow reads. The 8-card draws were for the waning, the shadow reads, right? Well, because my schedule has changed drastically in this move, my guides were like, make them all timeless. They'll find them when they need them. I'm like, okay. So that's what we're doing. Same with the shadow reads. Those are now timeless. So let's talk about it. A 5-card draw is just 5 cards, 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about really anything, but we're looking at the manifestation of our heart's desires, which will start off with the element of fire, what we yearn for, what we burn for, what our hearts desire, or perhaps what might be required to manifest our heart's desire, and we'll be using the magical spell cards for that. One of those, we'll be getting 1 crystal oracle from Tony Carmine Salerno for the element of earth, the fuel to feed the fire and manifest their heart's desire, with a little Taurus kitty walking in and out of the room. For the element of air, we will be using the Archangel Fire Oracle. So we're using the 5 magical elements here. So that's the thought, you know, the message from the archangels. We're going to get the element of water with the Whispers of Love Oracle for the emotional part of it. And we are going to end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra for spirit to tie it all together. And why I don't call them waxing moon reads is because, yes, schedule-wise and stuff like that, I don't have the time to crank them out. I'd rather put out quality than quantity in that sense. It's a spell kit. That's what people have called them since I started doing them. So, you know, whenever you come across this, keep it in mind that there are things that we can all do to shift to a different quantum timeline, whatever you want to call it. And this is a crosswatcher read as well. So sometimes the crosswatchers show up in the reading. It's their reading, but in tandem or in relationship to the Gemini, in this case, that they're crosswatching for. But even if you don't show up crosswatcher, you have some opportunities to help the Gemini collective, really all of them, manifest their heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, by fire with a kitty. Hey, Melky, how you doing, baby? I knew we'd get on camera sooner or later. Because our heart's desires, I don't think we chose them. I think they're written in, right? They're written in our hearts. We can try and avoid them. We can try and ignore them, and they torture us. So it's something calling us forward. It's part of a larger plan, whatever you want to call it. But we signed on the dotted line. Otherwise, we wouldn't be breathing in these bodies, right? Isn't that right, Melky? Yes. Now, that's your clipboard. He's just marked the clipboard. Yep, good boy. Go lay down, lay down. Go on, go meditate. He's a good boy. So, where did I leave off? Oh, so our heart's desires. Every time somebody takes a step forward to manifest their heart's desire, we all move forward on that journey for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser life, and a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, and a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world. That's what these readings are for. Good? That enough explanation? Let's get to divination. The shift from one to the other for me happens in the still point. A little 2-word spell my gods gave me a couple of years ago, and it really works. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. And I promise you I will do my best to help anybody manifest their heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, by fire, in the spirit of unity, helping us all manifest our heart's desires. So shall we? Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. All that explanation. Still point. Ancestral override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Oh, that feels good. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, what is the magical spell card? The spell fragment to represent the element of fire for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and their crosswatchers. Their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart's desire, or perhaps that one is required for them to manifest their heart's desire in this reading. New beginning. So a spell for a new beginning, perfect for a new moon. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. Now I apply all of these Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for myself, so I'm familiar with the spell, and as I did it over a 2-week period, plant a seed at new, help it grow to full, I got different meanings of that card, where yes, it was a waxing moon, a building and expanding, but at the same time, clear the space in which I dwell is very much a waning moon, a releasing and a letting go, a purification. So, you know, there are so many different ways in the meaning of words, they twist and turn as the years pass. So, interesting, and element of air, you got a butterfly. There you go. At least we'll roll with that for right now. So that might very well be what is required to manifest your heart's desire, a new beginning. But it is talking about magic and spell work, so that's why I like them, their cards. Element of Earth, the Crystal Oracle, Tony Carmine Salerno, consecrated to Archangel Ariel, my personal archangelic lineage. Please take a nice deep breath. You'll hear why if you're new. Still point. Ariel override. A place for everything, and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will. So let it be done. My beloved Archangel Ariel, Archangel of wealth, Archangel of nature, Archangel of the earths and the water and the fire, and Archangel of lions, and I am Archangel of lions, my beloved Archangel Ariel. What is the element of earth? Your loving, wise, powerful oracle, using the crystal oracle, the element of earth, the fuel to feed that fire and help ground and manifest the heart's desire, which either is or does require a new beginning in this spell kit reading. Ooh, pyrite. I mean, fool's gold, but I will say, a good chunk of pyrite, you can do a lot magically, certainly. So if you have a piece of pyrite, lovely, but anything physical material will work if you want a physical carrier for spell work, etc., etc., etc. Pyrite, emotional balance. Everybody can use that. Psychological strength, very good for an air sign. Relationships and protection. All right, so new beginnings, all of those could be one thing, or maybe there's a part of that, right? New neighborhood, dogfight. I'm getting used to all the noises around here, right? Okay, so emotional balance, psychological strength, which is powerful, relationships and protection. So you may be feeling emotionally unbalanced at present because you have allowed yourself to at least partially believe another's critical judgments of you. Well, who doesn't, right? It happens. Sometimes things just get over the castle wall. This malicious criticism was directed at you by someone who falsely believes that they will gain something by belittling you. Now, look, Geminis, let's call it what it is. Y'all do like to chat, and gossip is a thing that's been on the planet since language was created, right? So, you know, shit goes around, comes around. To regain your mental strength and emotional balance, you must realize that this whole episode is simply emotional blackmail. Wow. Archangel Ariel and Tony Carmine Salerno. You are dearly loved and held in high esteem by many, so see this episode for what it really is, and do not allow yourself to be so affected by what one person says. Others know the truth. Now, there's a little bit left here, but now look, a new beginning. That's what this is. This is saying, all right, clear the space in which I will, clear the air in which I dwell, right? Pyrite can help strengthen you both psychologically and emotionally. It sounds like a gag. I would check it out, right? Or something close to. And if you have literal gold, it's a different vibe, but you know, you do you. Piece of jewelry goes a long way. Although pyrite jewelry might be a little scratchy, chunky. So, let's get on to your element, the element of air, since obviously we're talking about communications and thoughts and things here, the psychological protection. So the element of air, using the Archangel Fire Oracle, everyone has access to archangelic consciousness because everybody's higher self has and will probably always be called a guardian angel. It's you in the higher dimensions, fifth dimension and above, etc. So the higher selves, you could say, descend from archangels, or you could say that the guardian angels all gang up together into a club and become an archangel, and there are like billions of them in there. And then the archangels team up and grid with thrones, the powers, the dominions, the virtues, and all that stuff back to source. So we all have access. We're all one. So which one? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? Well, try archangels first because they don't come unless they're called. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Archangelic override. Shazam. A place for everything and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Tingle, tingle, tingle. Beloved pantheon of archangels, which one of you is waiting in the wings with the wings, billions of them, ready to swoop in and assist the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their crosswatchers to manifest their heart's desire, the power of air, your message, your help, but they have to call, they have to ask, a prayer, a meditation, a something, just, hey, help. Who's ready there to help them with the element of air to manifest their heart's desire, which either is or does require a new beginning with that pyrite vibe in this timeless spell kit read? Asariel, just gorgeous, very Neptunian, carrying a trident there, very aquatic. So we're gonna jump to a quick conclusion that this is somehow about emotions. Card number 22. We missed it by one. Archangel. Emotional expression. All right, let's stick a pin in it. Air signs are not necessarily known for being overtly emotionally expressive. However, how you express your emotion is your free will, right? A lot of art has come out of really, really brilliant-minded people finding a creative outlet for them, usually in private, right? If they don't want to share it with everything. However, depending upon your moon sign, particularly Gemini moons, that can be very confusing. But if you have a water moon, getting that out into the world is very, very healing. So, just going to read you a little bit of this. Archangel Asariel is the patron angel of the waters. So your next card down is the element of water, so we'll keep that in mind. Who rules over the planet Neptune. Like her Caribbean water goddess image in the oracle, she appears in shimmering, watery robes, a crown of shells, and carrying a trident. Her colors are green, aqua, and blue. Ooh, it's Popo. As the Archangel of Water, Asariel helps us connect with our deep emotions, creativity, dreams, and intuition. She can show us how to tap into our sensitive side and honor our thoughts and feelings and inner guidance, which you have to say is part of that emotional balance and that psychological strength. Right? It's there, right? Psychology and just thought. Heart, third eye, crown, all working in tandem while getting them congruent is a journey. The message. You are naturally intuitive and deeply sensitive. Acknowledge and trust your emotions as they can act as a powerful compass. Right? So even in that iron pyrite, that grounding, right? It's very grounding, so that's what I use it for usually. Very, very powerful Asariel there, and I've called upon her before. And, and I don't use tissues when I cry anymore. I just get a big bath sheet and just go for it. It's a lot. Pisces moon. Let's get your element of water here, since that is highlighted, because certainly if people are talking shit about you behind your back, it would make sense that you might have some feelings about it, right? So how to kind of move that through. So let's ask the higher selves of all involved. Obviously there's other people involved if we go with that pyrite thing about someone talking about you, and it probably ain't true, so this new beginning does make sense. So let's see. Let's ask what the higher selves of all involved, even the higher selves of them. Please take a nice deep breath. This should be interesting. Still point. Oh, higher selves override. Got it. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher self collective, for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their crosswatchers. Higher selves, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the element of water to help them manifest their heart's desire? By water, by earth, by air, by fire, with the element of water. In this spell kit reading, here we go. Consider your foundations. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Feels like a betrayal might have gone on here. Does feel like that, and that is highly emotional. It is betrayal is the 9th circle of hell in Dante's Inferno, frozen up to their neck in the lake of ice. But you take past lives and stuff like that into consideration. We haven't been heroes every single time. So though I don't think karma is punitive, that's really not the original idea of karma, at least, there is a lesson being learned here for you to pull back. Right? And get your emotional balance and embrace your inherent psychological strength to consider, how committed am I to love? How committed am I to loving myself? How may I be more loving, not less? Good old Matt Kahn. His video, The Power of How, How, amazing, life-changing. Just saying, go Google it. He's wonderful. He's on YouTube. But to kind of enter into that for a new beginning, right? So maybe someone has come around who is coming around again, who in the past might have challenged you in that way. Well, to consider, I can be loving and have boundaries, right? For a new beginning. Let the magic in this space, in this spell, clear the space in which I dwell. So your own, and then keep going. Right? Okay, I like it. It's a good spell, gotta say. But now to charge it, right? So let's say you get a piece of pyrite. You charge it with the spell a little bit every day. Call in Archangel Asariel as you consider your foundations emotionally. And then this is to charge it, to bring it all together. The spirit, you put all the ingredients together and then this is the whatever. Please take a nice deep breath. I love what I do and I do what I love. Still point. Ascended Masters override. a place for everything and everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, what is the perfect healing mantra to help the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their crosswatchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, manifest their heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, by fire, in the spirit of unity, with a new beginning, with that pyrite in the element of earth, calling on, if by their own free will, Archangel Asariel for the emotional expression as they consider their foundations, to bring it all together, to manifest their heart's desire in this timeless spell kit reading, Receiving Elation. See, this is great. Receiving Elation has nothing to do with what anybody or anything is going on out here, because I am born of infinite joy. Archangel Asariel is here to help. She's there to help. She's there to help. Just Google her, get some info on her, absolutely. She's got that triple pointy thing though, so be aware. Receiving Elation, Embodying My Soul is a different one, but they're close. Receiving Elation, ready? Last bookie book, last card down. I am born of infinite joy. Psst, we all are. Just, working on it. When elation is received, joy becomes your natural state of being, because it is. Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle, ancient texts, whatever. In elation, you are aligning with the ecstatic nature of the universe to live each moment with renewed passion and purpose. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've done all these mantras. It's not a 24/7, 365. We're not supposed to be feeling this all the time, right? That's not how it works. Elation helps you enjoy your human journey as it is right now, without projecting your fulfillment onto the anticipation of future pending outcomes. All right, and my ego just rose up and said, yeah, and nothing like really enjoying yourself to piss off people who are talking shit about you, right? A friend of mine used to say, who cares what they say as long as they're talking? But, the sensitivity of this obviously is an important component. This mantra is ideal for increasing the flow of creative inspiration. In a new beginning, sounds good. Elevating the immune system, because you're actually drawing upon the nature of the spirit and the soul to rejuvenate you, right? Receiving the elation that is already there, and being more present, right? To be more in the present moment. So whatever they said in the past is over, it can touch me not. Course in Miracles, right? But considering your foundations, it's like, am I willing to love myself enough, for example, to say that I'm not ready to forgive this? But someday I will be, right? Am I willing to forgive this, right? Can I love myself enough to take my time with this as necessary as I consider my foundations? It's a lovely read and very, very powerful. So if you are new, we do a little thing here at the end of my video reads here on the tube of you called a blessimation. It's a combination of a blessing and a summation. It's a word we came up with on Patreon, and I love it. So let's do this, and one last time, if you will, please take a nice deep breath, and we'll talk about cool stuff if you want to know about it. Never know what's going to come out of my mouth once I do this part. Still point. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their crosswatchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to manifest their heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, by fire, in the spirit of unity, by receiving elation, because they are born of infinite joy, and may they embrace their emotions and consider their foundations, because they're being asked to look at how committed they are to love, particularly if it was someone that they love that's talking shit about them, and calling upon the assistance and the health and the healing of the emotional expression of Archangel Asariel to help them feel through this, even if no one ever knows. Dance it out, leave it on the dance floor if you gotta, so that they can really, with the element of earth, ground and manifest their heart's desire of this new beginning with emotional balance, protection, groundedness, and psychological strength, so that they can manifest their heart's desire that either is or does require a new beginning in this spell. So, let the magic in this spell clear the space in which they dwell, even in their own minds, for the well-being of all. And with harm to none, as we will it. Someone gonna get caught. Ooh, that's a fire engine. Woo, someone's on fire. So let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. Well, the shift from a condo village to suburbia, it's kind of a thing. Yeah. Lots going on outside these windows, but that's okay. I have blackout curtains. If you liked the reading, please feel free to hit the thumbs up. It helps other Geminis and crosswatchers find the reading. If you want more of me here on YouTube, by all means, subscribe. I'm just back at this. This is my first day back. I did Aries, Taurus, now Gemini is my last reading for the day, and this feels really good. So they'll be coming out as it needs to. But if you want a deeper dive and want me absolutely pretty much every single morning and all other kind of benefits, come Patreon on Patreon. We're having such a good time over there. I love, you know, when I said it in the Taurus read, a lot of my friends became patrons to support me on Patreon, and they're having a field day, and a lot of my patrons have become kind of close friends throughout all of this. So we're kind of building a lovely little community over there. I love it. Check out the menu. You can follow us for free. Seeker, human, hero, angel, witch, immortal, mystic, god, goddess. Regardless of your level of subscription, you get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount on private sessions. And let's talk about private sessions. Yes, I am doing readings at the Magic Moon in Field Street in Saratoga. We've got a special running there. You can contact them directly, and they will book it, which is great. I just get a message, oh, you got a client, and I go in. I am also doing private sessions, as I always have, but now in my home, in my office downstairs. If I haven't met you yet, we meet in person, we feel each other out. Otherwise, there's always video reads. I have clients all over the place, all over the planet, Zoom recorded, so I send it to them, right? All of that is in a video called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. Explains everything you need to know about booking a private session with me, the how, the when, the where, the how much, and all of that, what the Patreon discount is, and just all of that is in there. It's a fun video. My mom likes it. It makes me laugh, so we're keeping it. And we'll explain everything you need to know, just like Clarissa. And certainly in my new life here, I'm very, very happy to have a studio so I can actually close the door and walk away from this stuff. It's no longer in my dining room. So watch this space. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. I am ready and raring to go. So wishing you the very best and the very blessed of your new beginning here. You got to feel it to heal it. You got to reconsider foundations, because those shift and move as we go. But you are born of infinite joy, so I would focus on that first, yeah. So hang in there, my gems. You are outrageous. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. I know you got this. Hang in there. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.